Hello and welcome. My name is DW and this is my little slice of the internet I like to call Dub's Beauty Diary. Today we have an update for my Pan That Palette series. So it's fun size palettes. So I decided to take all of my 4-pans, quads if you will, and randomly generate which one I'm going to use on until I hit pan in all 4 shades, and then I will randomly generate another one. So last update, I was really close to hitting pan in the last 2 shades of my first Pan That palette. So that was this one by Copacetic and Panda Replay. It's called Celestial Flames. And as you can see, I do have pan in all 4 shades now. So it took me, for Blossom, it took me 11 uses total. And for Doxy, it took me 15 uses total. But that means this bad boy is officially rolling out. Last update, I also rolled in a new palette because I knew this one was close to being rolled out. And the new palette we rolled in was Big Leo Energy by ColourPop. No pans yet, but my goal was to use each shade 3 times just because I hadn't finished my goal for this one, but I wanted to get some use on this one. So this shade right here in the top corner, A Star Is Born, I used that shade 3 times. Center Stage I used 3 times. Charisma I used only 2, and Warm Hearted I used 3 times. So I was close on my goal of using each shade 3 times. I can't tell you how many times I've used these total because I did a 3 looks with this palette, or I used this palette in 3 different looks. But I didn't use all the shades. Anyway, I don't know an exact number of times it's going to take to hit pan, but that orange matte has a little bit of a dip. It is pretty powdery. And then the 2 shimmers, they've got some disturbance, but the brown matte looks unused. And this one's gonna take a while, guys. This one, I have a feeling, is going to take a few months, but that's okay. So let's put a goal on this palette now for May. Let's do a goal of using each shade 5 times. Yeah, let's do that. So each shade 5 times. Okay, so that is my new goal for this palette. Also with the Pan That palette series, I am doing a face palette. So I chose my oldest and my most favorite palette, which is the Moonchild Glow Kit by Anastasia. If you don't know this about me, I love palettes, like face palettes with all of the same product in them. So like a highlighting palette, a blush palette, a bronzer palette. But I do not like face palettes that have multiple products in it. So I don't really have those. But I have a lot of highlighting palettes, blush palettes, and 1 or 2 bronzer palettes. But that's just a little tidbit. And I actually don't consider this a face palette. I consider it a highlighting palette. And that's more for inventory purposes, but just letting you know. So my goal is essentially to hit pan in all 6 shades, but my short-term goal for last month was to get every shade up to 12 uses. So for Blue Ice, I've used that 12 times. Star, I've used 12 times. Purple Horseshoe, I've used 14 times. I've actually got that on today. It reminds me of UV from Cleona, but obviously not as wapow. And I really want that shade, but you know, I'm broke. So yeah, Purple Horseshoe 14 times. Then we've got a Pink Heart, I've used 12 times. Green or green. It is green, but Lucky Clover I used 13 times, and I actually have it on, no, not this one. Blue Moon is what I have on top. Blue Moon I used 12 times. So we hit our goal on these. I think I want to do a new goal for this. I think I want to use each shade I want to say 10 times, but is that attainable in 1 month? Like, I know I can layer them. I know that I can use them for inner corner and eyeshadow, but that's 60 uses. Let's just do 5. So I want to use each shade 5 times. Okay, I can do that. Each shade, five times this month. So they'll be off on their numbers, but that doesn't matter because I've used this palette a lot anyway, so we don't know exact numbers on what it's going to take to hit pan anyway. It's just like to keep track for my personal benefit and for these updates. So each shade I want to use five times for this. And then for this, I also want to use each shade 5 times. Do you think I can hit pan in any of these shades in 5 more uses? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to use this gold one as a lower lash line a lot, I have a feeling. And obviously deepening and maybe eyeliner, and then this would be the crease shade. Someone rudely just called me and interrupted me. But yeah, anyway, about this, I don't know. I don't know if I can hit pan in 5 more uses. But another question is, do you think I can hit pan in Lucky Clover in 5 more uses? Or Pink Heart? Ooh, I don't know. Ugh, okay. This is interesting. I've had this palette for like entirely way too long. Would you guys be interested in me showing my oldest makeup and then like the batch numbers, like looking them up and seeing when they were actually created? Megan's Makeup Musing had that idea, and I thought that was super interesting. And yeah, I kind of want to do it too. But I just noticed that like there's some, you can see it right here, seepage, and there's never been any in this palette before. So we're getting there. She needs to be decluttered soon, I have a feeling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 5 uses each shade, 5 uses each shade, rolling out officially. And that is the update. So with that being said, we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.